We've been working on those policies year in, year out, and I know that my predecessors would have talked about those policies in previous years too, about our tax and transfer system, about economic development, about income support issues, and about employment and employment growth. These are the heartland issues for ACOSS, and they'll continue to be core elements of the ACOSS agenda. We won't jettison those other things that we do in relation to frontline services, but issues to do with tax and transfer is very much at the core of what we're about.
Our challenge is to live these values too, and to apply them effectively in all our activities and negotiations, understanding that we are answerable to those most disadvantaged, most marginalised in our society.
We've got to get the governance right to ensure that we don't have another layer of power that's in the hands of people other than people with disabilities themselves. And I think that's really important. But we also need to train people with disabilities themselves to exercise power.
We know that it's time to make a stand to halt this erosion of the taxpayers' rights to get a fair return on their minerals income. So it's going to be, the next few months are going to be a very interesting but testing time for public discourse.
If a person like me who knows people that I can actually contact and talk to still have to deal with so much significant issues, well, how is it for a young person that doesn't know someone like Carmen, or doesn't know someone like Pino, or doesn't know anybody who can help them? How hard is it for these young people? It must be extremely, extremely, extremely hard. You know, it's not easy to make it, but you can make it. I think that's the good thing. And there are some organizations that are doing some really, really good work, like the Social Studio, investing in skills that already exist with these young people, identifying that there are skills that already exist, and that these skills can be worked on.
And it's our obligation as a sector to make sure that all Australians can participate in that. We need to start talking now. I can understand why the government, I can understand why NBN Co, even Telstra, they've been focused on just getting the actual infrastructure in place. But that process is well along the path now. Now's the time to start talking about who's going to have access to that infrastructure.
The not-for-profit sector are the leaders of policy decision making. You're at the cutting edge of it. And without you being at that cutting edge, we won't get the change that we know is needed for our community. We need to improve government engagement with the not-for-profit sector, establish a single independent regulatory body for the not-for-profits. We need to improve contractual arrangements with services. We need to improve regulation and reporting, report once, use often. We need to pay properly for the cost of delivering services. Not-for-profits should not be seen as just the cheap way of delivering government obligations. We need to simplify and enhance the taxation environment, and we need to plan for the future in a real partnership. Thank you.